everybody, Thor is here, and today we're going to be dropping some knowledge bombs on you in the form of a Thor guide. It's our debut back video.
My question is, Fu, are there really any knowledge bombs to drop about Thor? I mean, most players would think this is a very straightforward hero. It's slow, it's tanky, and it has range, so you kind of just A-click, right?
Well, there is plenty of that, but there is much more to learn about the Thor, involving strike cannon, stomp, throwing a little bit of domination, a little bit of mule action, a little bit of other such things. Anyway, the skills for Thor. First off, we have strike cannon, which does 50 at level 1, 75 at level 2, and 100 at level 3, which is quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
It also stuns for, what is it?
It's
2 seconds.
strike cannon is ungodly damage. Like 100 damage. Just to put this in perspective, there's a number of heroes who have 200 health. You can two-shot them with strike cannons, which, you know, if they don't buy any armor. Once they buy armor, it's a little less effective, but still extremely good. Now, the main weakness is people can interrupt it.
Yeah, it's channeled, and it also takes time to cast. It theoretically has infinite range so long as you keep vision, but in order to initiate, at level 1 it has 7, at level 2 it has 8, and at level 3 it has 9, which is quite a bit of range even now. Since I am Zerg, I'm going to be opening up with Stomp. However, you need to be level 2 in order to one-shot Zerglings, so I might actually get a level of strike cannons just to kill off this cocky little Mutalisk.
Yeah. You know, the strike cannons are very useful, but Thor has a little trouble sustaining them at 125 energy and Stomp. So, really, you should choose one or the other. Maybe do both if, as Fu says, there's this cocky Muta. But I happen to know Fu. He's gone.
Yeah, good thing I didn't actually put the point into strike cannons. I was waiting.
But anyway, continue with the skills. So next we have, would it be damage? Well, actually, maybe you should describe Stomp first.
Stomp. Stomp is next. This is the W skill.
Yeah.
Causes the Thor hero to leap into the air, moving towards the target point, and then at the target point, dealing AoE damage to enemy ground units and structures within a radius of 2. It costs 35 energy, which is pretty dang cheap for how effective it is, but granted, Thor only has 125 energy. Its range also increases, starting at 7, going to 9 as levels go on. It starts at 30 damage, then deals 45, then 60.
Yeah. Stomp.
So it's...
Yeah.
In all, it's a mediocre AoE, but it also gives you the added benefit of being an escape ability.
Well, it's mediocre, but yeah, it's got the escape. It's Thor's main escape. It's really frustrating to try to kill a Thor and it just sort of jumps away. But also, this is the way Thor gets farmed, because, like, what else are you going to do?
Boom!
Yeah, as you can see, against Zerg creeps and...
I just got like 100 minerals.
Against Zerg and Terran creeps, it kind of just, yeah, does that.
The next skill is Javelin missiles, which allows the Thor to attack air. Javelin missiles start with 6, then 8, then 10 MFing range. They also gain an additional missile every time you level it up, so the damage gets effectively larger every time.
Yeah, like most pure air abilities, I don't know if you agree with me here, Fu, but like most pure air abilities, it is ridiculously good and just utterly punishes anyone for
super awesome.
Punishes anyone for actually daring to fly in your presence.
Yeah, it's super special. Awesome. If anyone catches that reference, I love it.
Yeah.
Is attacking me. As you'll notice, I'm being fairly careless about my health, but that's because I'm backing to get an Orbital Command, which is your first purchase as Thor, except in a few small scenarios.
Yeah, the Orbital... The question most people would have is it should be Orbital or Regen, and I personally would argue for Orbital just because it has more uses and... It repairs.
Yeah, scan is very powerful when paired with strike cannons.
And it also repairs you faster, so even though you can't really do it in combat because the mules will be killed pretty easily, you can stay in the lane a lot longer.
But anyway, at level 3 you would think just automatically get Stomp, but I'm actually not going to get it because I'm not going to be one-shotting the roaches anyway, so I went ahead and get a little extra armor. Be just that much more effective. Also, one great thing to do with your Orbital is just hotkey it to 2. So you can just hit 2Z drop, and it's just quick like that. And I have a mule.
Yeah. Now, as Fu was saying, he put a point to armor. Armor is just the basic damage reduction, 10, 20, 30%. It's especially good on Thor, because Thor is already very creep resistant, so basically it means once you get that, and level 5 armor, and your base armor, you can't die. Not to creep, anyway.
Yeah, I'd say actually one of the biggest heroes to watch out for with Thor is heroes like Hydralisk, and especially Roach. All those Zerg heroes that are really fast tend to be super effective.
Yeah, high DPS heroes in general can ruin your day all.
That can chase you down, especially if they have mobility ability, so you can't just stomp onto the high ground to get away.
Although,
So
it'll take them a while.
Honestly, as Thor in a lot of games, if they team gank you, it was worth it.
Yeah, you'll die. You might die a lot.
By the way, pro tip: don't try and get your Marauder killed. I'm just doing that for
oh, I see. But
solo XP because he had to back.
Now, something that Fu was about to say, you might die a lot in a good game, but to be honest, that is fine. Because if they're taking the time to kill you, like that mute, 7 HP. Yeah, but...
yeah, I honestly didn't think it would be that close.
I know, you came close to dying.
But now I can just drop 3 mules. Pro tip, don't do that. That was, I did the math, and I knew that he physically couldn't kill me, so
you do math.
No, don't be that.
Math.
Oh, cool, my Marauder got a sensor tower to detect the creep tumors.
Yeah, nice. Except that there's no creep tumors that far up. But...
oh, there were. They're gone now, man.
Okay. Well, finally, we have the... what is it?
Also, don't hit W instead of A.
Is it called Resardus Protocol, or whatever? The thing that makes you respawn.
Immortality
Protocol.
Is the day.
Yeah, it is really, really annoying.
Boom, invincible.
Yeah, it's really annoying to everyone else because you die, but then you don't. And they get kind of pissed off. That's... obviously you want to get that. That's quite useful.
But anyway, sorry to cut you off, String, but things to do as Thor, as you see, I've taken a lot of damage. I don't like to just constantly have a mule on me because that mule is likely to get picked off. So I engage constantly in combat, then I just stick back for a wave or two with 2 mules to gain that health back.
Yeah, the problem is...
this Mutalisk is going to be a pain in the butt.
Scream is just going to wreck any mules he places.
But you know what? I have Immortality, so I might just go for a gank on him in a second. He is a flying hero, so I am going to go ahead and get a level of anti-air before going strike cannons.
Yeah, the sad thing is all Fu really needs is the level of anti-air to basically hard counter flying. 3 levels is just overkill.
And strike cannons will be probably more effective as a whole against him. Items I like to go with Thor. I like to start off energy is equal to armor. Because most heroes, you want to get attack and energy straight up, because that will get you more farm. But with a hero like Thor, getting armor allows you to be more sustainable, thus giving you more
Yeah, the
farm.
way you get farm as Thor is to stomp, and that's pretty much it. So the attack is not going to do you much good. But as you can see, it really takes a lot of firepower to get a Thor to even back up. So they're in really no danger of losing this lane, and Fu can meanwhile stomp to his heart's content. Can't quite kill the roaches yet, but he could get the Zerglings, he could get the Hydras. Just about.
Yeah, be very careful in mid-desert about stomping the Hydras, because you will get trapped behind the roaches, and in a bad spot, that will get you killed. If you're on your side of the lane, then it's a good idea, but otherwise I would be careful.
And as you can see, the Muta has flying. Fu is already prepared for this. Can you click the Muta?
I actually accidentally outstrike cannons, so yeah.
You accidentally outstrike? Okay.
I'll just shoot him with strike cannons, it's fine. Oh no, there we go. See, that's still an impressive 50 damage.
That's half of what he could be doing if he'd focused strike cannons. But against Zerg, you wouldn't focus strike cannons. You just want to kill creeps, mostly.
Oh, stutter stepping Thor.
Yeah, people really don't do that enough. Surprisingly, they know the stutter step with Marine, but Thor can do it too.
Okay, here I'm going to show you an example of something I like to call tactical death.
Assuming, you're not going to...
There's no heroes around. I'm not going to die to this wave, but I will die to the next.
I wouldn't be so sure. You are Thor, after all.
See, there's no heroes around, so I'm just going to do my best to die without being in range of anything dangerous. And if you time it perfectly, you can stomp away. I'm still not going to die. Look at me. There we go. Just in range of that one spine core, but that's no big deal. I can just drop a mule to negate that damage.
Yeah, meanwhile, you also have Side Disruptor. You didn't mention that.
Oh yes, items I like to get for Thor are I definitely like getting speed first since Thor is so freaking slow. But Side Disruptor is another nice item to have. If I hadn't had Side Disruptor, I wouldn't have been able to stutter step down that Mutalisk.
Yeah, it's just basically a way to make other heroes feel your pain.
Mm-hmm.
Although, you know, speed is obviously better, but speed is also more expensive, so.
Yep, I couldn't afford it at the moment.
And the
so
Muta is going to stand there. Notice how
As you can see, strike cannons do quite a bit of damage. If you'll notice there, I thought he was going to fly back onto the high ground, in which case I would have lost vision on him, so I went ahead and scanned beforehand just to make sure I could nab that kill.
Notice that the anti-air missiles did even more. And they're still level 1, if I'm correct, right?
They are still level 1.
Very, very good.
Now, I'm going to be a little bit careful. I would normally stomp into this, but they have a queen lurking around, and those spine crawlers plus an AoE stun will cause me quite a bit of pain.
Yeah.
And especially since Immortality Protocol is still on cooldown. So remember, as Thor, you aren't literally invincible, so you have to be a little bit careful with your stomps.
A little bit, but not,
oh, they double
not too
waved.
Careful. They double waved already.
The second you can double wave,
Wow.
they double wave.
Just for future reference, if we haven't made that clear before.
See, there's that AoE stun I was talking about, but fortunately, I'm not in the middle of the spine crawlers, so I'll just kill the queen.
Yeah, that was not the best AoE stun placement by the queen, given that it kind of had to walk out.
And here we have an Infester with level 1 Infested Terrans. But anyway, Mutas have spawned, so I'm going to finally go back and get Domination. Domination is something that's kind of a choice. Usually against Zerg you might want to, but since I'm in a pub, I have no teammates except String as an observer. I am just going to get Dominate, build up an army, use it to farm.
Yeah, really, if you can, pretty much always in a pub you should get Domination. Maybe not to use them to push, but definitely to farm unless someone else is doing it for you. Because it's extremely valuable. You can get a lot of money that way.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and grab their stuff. Now in this case, I'm going to have to be extra careful because everyone knows losing an... Oh, wait. I'm just going to tell my pubs to go clean that up, and hopefully I won't have to.
Yeah, bottom does look a little pushed, but it looks like they're going to clean it up fine.
Yeah, it got cleaned up fine. But be very careful about your stomps while you are building up an army. Because if you die, there it goes. And Thor is actually one of the easier heroes to gank in the game. Because
goddamn forever.
It takes a really long time, but if he's cut off from his team, a Roach, something with high DPS and mobility...
Yeah, or an energy denial hero, plus a few others can basically keep you from ever leaving.
Also, another neat tip for Thor, Mutas have a really short cooldown as far as Domination is concerned, compared to Wraiths or Scouts, and your Thor's natural tendency will be to anti-air attack, so try to focus down the Roaches or the Hydras or something.
Yeah, that way you can get 2 per wave. May still not work, but, you know, that's more because of the...
Yeah, we have so many Wraiths and Marines built up that it won't work.
Yeah,
but
you're getting flanked by... Oh,
by a Husk that used to be a Mutalisk. I just get a Lurker has pulled me in, but I'll just continue not giving a shit.
Yeah, he just spammed all the spells on you, but honestly that made no difference as far as you're concerned.
I was gonna stomp on him, but I got a Creep Tumor.
It's pretty good.
Energy for 30. It's good enough for me. Depending on what
level
would now
be a good time for you to tactically die? Like, do you have the ulti off cooldown?
I do have the ulti off cooldown, but even with Dominate, I'm not going to risk it. So that, as you'll notice, I have hardly been stomping at all because I just want to build up a Dominate army.
Yeah.
This would be a good time to tactically die, but I don't know what's going to pop out of nowhere.
Uh-oh. They're getting ready for you guys.
And there's a Lurker here. I'm just going to step on him for walls. Then this is a very unsafe place to be as a Thor, because being caught this far away from any high ground or anything means that if they 3v1 you, you will die. So I'm just going to back up. Even though they're probably not going to do that, it's better to be safe than
sorry. Give them
sorry.
a chance to get some more armor.
But now that I have level 3 energy, that is plenty to sustain Domination with the occasional use of your other skills. I'm going to transition straight into armor so I don't, lose everything.
Yeah. And now he can actually use his army to farm, use it to push, whatever he wants. Looks like he's just going to farm.
Yep, I'm going to farm for the moment. Oh, there's a Mutalisk trying to kill a bunker.
It
How
did kill the
adorable!
bunker.
Oh, look, he's killing a bunker. Oh, how cute. Unstack for a second. Unstack for me, baby. As you can see, I basically like two-shotted the spawn Mutalisk, and I have no
Yeah,
weapon
so with
upgrades.
weapon upgrades, yeah, perfectly fair.
I don't
Perfectly
really like to
fair
get them.
for air heroes to be raped. But that's a matter.
Also, one neat tactic: pubs. If you repeatedly scan them, they will run back to base almost 100% of the time.
Seems like a reliable strat.
It's kind of a fact.
Foo, you did not bring sensor towers for that lurker who was quite clearly burrowed.
I don't need to detect the
Yeah,
lurker. I can just
true.
ignore him.
Although,
But one thing with mutas is they are very hard to farm with, so you're gonna have to constantly
Yeah.
manage it. I usually don't go domination against Zerg. See, right now that's what I'm talking about getting ganked. If I stomped into a bad spot, I would be in quite the trouble right now. So I'm just gonna stomp up here, make him think he's killing me, and then he actually might kill me.
stomping up
so
to
I'm
the
gonna
high
pop some
ground from Buda. Then again, you probably could just stand there and kill him.
Yeah, I was really doing that just to bait him. Obviously, you can't stomp away from him.
There, he's gonna leave. But he'll leave those there to annoy you.
So now I'm just gonna stomp away and go back to base.
With a few attack upgrades, that really wouldn't have been a threat, but Fu could not really take him out with anything at the moment. So as you can see, he now has level 2 weapons. Thor, as he said before, has not really prioritized weapons, but a few to deal with a particularly annoying hero. And
not to deal with, I just want to get a lucky kill.
10.5 DPS is not actually that bad. So.
No one still has sensor towers, but I'm just going to continue not giving a crap and building up, focusing on farming, getting an army. There's Mutalisk going into my freaking mutas. I'm going to try and get back and put a stop to that.
Oh, yeah, he's a jerk.
Muta, surprisingly enough, is actually not bad against Thor, but it looks like he's going to start backdooring, so I'm going to defend.
Yeah. Thor is not a great defensive hero, but considering what else is available...
Now I've right-clicked on him, he's pretty much dead.
Yeah, that's
he's screaming.
You need to just scream... Ooh.
Dead! And what are mules for? What are mules for, children? Mules are for repairing, that's right. Mules are probably the best base healing mechanisms.
Yeah, they can be...
It's very nice.
It's kinda... There's some weaknesses to them, they can be destroyed, but, you know, so can obelisks, bug nests, and they don't heal as fast.
I'm finally getting fed up with this lurker, so I'm actually going to finally go dominate.
Dominate some sensor towers?
Dominate some sensor towers. Dominating with sensor towers.
As you can see...
Look at all these creep
he traded up the side disruptor because honestly, it's kind of... It's not
the best item. It's not the... Honestly, you should get lockdown, too. Not really side disruptor. See, now I'm going to strike hands him. If not going to kill him, then I'm going to stomp on his face. He moved too fast. I should have stomped on him first.
Oh, and the Muta is coming to annoy you. Yeah, that's about all I can think of. I think he's just going to fly away. And the problem with Thor, and I find with a lot of immobile heroes, you just...
It looks like he's just going to take a bunker, so I'm not going to worry about that too much.
You just can't really go after people if you see them. You kind of just have to... you need allied support if you're going to take other heroes out, just because the good ones are just not going to stand there while you kill them. And they have to, because you can't chase them. But Thor can, you know, wreck a base.
As you can see, these guys have the pro strategy of having nice and base. Keep in mind that Stomp does hit buildings. It's a very nice little tiny tip. I bet this queen is very angry because he spent so much time building the base and protecting it and making it nice and shiny, only to get straight cannon to the face.
And, yeah.
Sit down. As you can see, I didn't use my dominated army, but once I hit cap, I would have started actually bringing out... beetles?
He
Thor
does
doesn't
give
give
a shit
a...
about beetles. Look at
Yeah.
that. You're taking some...
That ghost gave a crap about beetles. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
you're taking some
No, he's
serious
fine.
damage to it. You better leave.
I just gotta turn an attack. I'll be okay. I can't really move away.
And Vu is down. And the siege tank doesn't have anti-air? No, he does. He's just kind of in trouble anyway. Ah, nice try to save your teammate Fu, but it's kind of a lost cause.
I'm just walling him off in case he decided to run
okay.
away so he couldn't get away.
Good strategy. Strike cannon
Yeah.
that.
Destroy cannon that shit, yeah, GG. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Thor guide. It's been a long time since we've seen you. I hope you guys, come in, sit down, enjoy your stay.
Yes,
Maybe
you do.
subscribe. You don't have
Yes,
to.
you do.
But I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
You do have to subscribe. Otherwise, we'll find you.
FD will find you.
He will
He's
find you.
kinda
He will. He
weird
knows
that
how.
way. But, we still love him.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed.
All right.
See you later.
See you
Everybody
guys later.
on.